Hello, me lovelies. Well, I feel a bit froggy today, so I'm an frog guy today. Yes, why I don't know. I just feel all froggy, and I've got a special guest today. Yeah, very special guest, special in the head anyway. But she's you all know her as the beautiful, stunning, intelligent, eloquent as well, Miss Mandy Jameson. Hello, darling. Oh, let me put my headphones on. I haven't got the headphones on. That wouldn't have been very good.
No.
Let's see this. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So how are
So,
you?
I'm all right. All right. Been getting a bit of it kicking on YouTube over me video of a few people. Only a few people over. You know this Andrew Lawrence thing. Did you see it?
Yeah, he's a horror, him, isn't he? Hey.
Well, I'm getting it because I did a video. I wasn't actually slagging him off. I was just saying he's an idiot businessman, you know.
I mean,
There's
the
go
wrong
on.
thing to say, wasn't it? Really? I mean, it wasn't like right.
What I think it was way, way too soon. He had no time. And I mean, we didn't even know. This is what caused the big kickoff, I reckon.
Yeah.
If he'd waited a few days until to find out if anyone was going to die or any children were seriously injured,
Yeah.
because all that we knew at that point, and this is what I say to people, you've got to understand, all that we knew at that point was that there were people in hospital, but two of them, we were getting told, in intensive care were children. That's
No,
what we were told. So to release a so-called joke like that, there's only one way he was going to go, and I have no sympathy for him, Mandy, because I'm sorry.
I
He's
don't.
been in the business for years.
I know.
He's been in it for years. He should know it's a business. Being a comedian is one of the most difficult businesses to be in, especially to try and get successful in it. It's very difficult to do. You're self-employed basically, and it's all on you to be a success. You must know the jazz now, and you must know when you do something like that, you try to get out of it. But he
Yeah.
doubled down and decided, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cause as much offence to every single scouser I can. And I don't know why people are sympathising with him, because I don't.
I
It's not
know.
a matter of freedom of speech.
Yeah, okay, freedom of speech, but I don't think it was right done, and it was inappropriate. That was awful. What happened, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
I
God.
think what I say, it was just too soon.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking at him. I think when you look at him, he's a weird looking thing anyway. You think it's some kind of, you know, syndrome going on there where he can't see things properly because he's a weird looking thing. And so you think, can he actually work it out for himself? But they're all like, yeah, we can freedom speech. It's like, it's not a matter of freedom. If he wants to say that, say it. And that's what I'm saying in my video. Let him say it. But don't go crying when it comes back to bite him on the ass. That's
Yeah.
the
You
that's the
reach
rule of
out,
it.
really,
And
you
that's
do.
it.
But no, I think you're right, and I wouldn't take no messing off him. You know, I wouldn't, because I think he's bang out of order. He is, and I don't think
Yeah,
it was wrong. To be fair.
it's just but it's no, instead of saying, which I would, this would be the logical thing for me, even if he wasn't sorry, to say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. It was a bad call. Then it would have been forgotten. But he doubled down and made
Yeah.
it worse for himself. And people say, hey, it was crazy, doubled down. Yeah,
No.
but it's going to lose him
Yeah.
a lot of weight, which it
Yeah.
is. But it's his life, I say. That's up to him to do if he
Um,
wants to. It's up to him to do it. Just looking at I don't think that's the real Pablo somehow. Kelsey, can you share me PayPal link? I don't think that's the real Pablo fighting trolls. Where did he disappear to, fighting trolls? He just vanished. Do you remember him, Mandy?
no, I don't remember him.
Oh, he was quite big. He was quite big on YouTube. This is what I say, the dark side now.
Yeah.
It's an absolute pathetic shadow of what it used to be.
I
We
know.
used to have him fighting trolls. There was Film Boy. Expo was big then.
I remember.
And it used to be people were really big, but now people try to copy it, and it's just a shadow of what it was. It just doesn't. But they all sorts of vanished. Film Boy was the first one, if I remember, to vanish, and very shortly afterwards, Fighting Trolls vanished. Then Expo had to cut back because he was in danger of losing his channel.
Yeah,
So
remember Expo and Karma Corner. Remember Karma Corner as well.
yeah, Karma Corner.
I like.
He does a bit now and again, but I don't bother with him anymore because he's for some reason he snubs me. I don't find out why. Yeah, he goes through periods where he just like snubs me off. 1 minute he's dead chatting happy with me, then he's making obvious he's blanking me. So I thought, I can't be bothered with you, mate. I don't know what I've done. I don't care what I've done, and you're not that interesting to be bothered asking what I've done.
And
But
that's freaking me out, you know.
who is?
That picture you've got up of a lizard. It's like proper.
It's a frog. How dare you? How dare you miss amphibian me? How dare you miss amphibian me? It's a frog. How dare a lizard? How dare you? God, that a frog. So anyway, apparently Bibby's coming on later. Kelsey's had a word with him and he said he can't wait to jump on. And I said, tell him Mandy's on. And he said, I couldn't let Mandy down. So we'll be on.
Little cotton socks.
Yeah. So yeah, so he'll be on just to speak to you. Travis.
Craig.
What?
How's Narrative Destroyer? No, what is it?
I haven't heard from him. I hope he's okay, but I've got a horrible feeling it's going to have something to do with his nan because he's just gone quiet.
You could see his head was battered.
Yeah. So I think because he really loves his nan. So
that's nice.
Yeah. So hopefully everything's okay, and it's just that he's decided to take time off. But hopefully it'll be okay. See, it's no way of contacting him off YouTube. He doesn't have an Instagram. He doesn't have anything else. So there's no chance of him getting in touch with him to ask what happens, which is sad. Very, very sad. But what?
He'll come back on again soon. Just needs to sort his head out a little bit, I think, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He'll be back on again soon. No doubt about that. But anyway, hopefully I say Bib will be on because as Kelsey told him, she said, you can't let Mandy down. Mandy's we'll be looking forward to it. So we can't do that. So shame on him if he doesn't appear. Shame on him.
Terrorise a man, okay, if he doesn't.
Yeah, that's it. Definitely, that's it. That's it. No, just do you know this is why I like pre-record? Know when I'm doing anyone's life stories?
Yeah.
I now record them, pre-record them, because it stops me looking at the chat. I hate getting distracted by the chat when I'm doing it. Something always catches you out the corner of your eye. I've noticed when you talk to someone. You can't help it, can you? Like, what's going on there? So, what's your week been like, honey pie?
It's been quite busy, to be honest with you. I've been helping a lot of people, and I went to it's called the Sam National, which is supposed to have to murder and manslaughter. It's like a retreat for victim families. I absolutely hate it, if I'm being honest. It bores the life out of me. But I took a victim family up there, and it done the world of good. I cause mayhem when I'm there, so it's one of them.
What is it? It's like a counselling thing.
No, it's so it's basically you meeting other victim families who have gone through exactly the same as what we have. So it's like they understand what we're going through because they're going through it exactly the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's only normally people who've been bereaved by homicide that can help victim families based that. And I didn't believe that at first, but it is true, you know. And I mean, as you know, I support most victim families, and like, honest to God, they don't get no help, they don't get no support or nothing.
Oh, that's it. People think you get all kinds of support from the police. No, that you don't. It's just get on with it. That's it. And if you want counselling, it can take months and months and months to get counselling.
At the counselling, well, I went to one, and they told her she started crying and never went back. She burnt my head out. But me doing my talks and helping other people helps me, and it keeps me sane. So that's why I do it. But I don't like going that retreat, if I'm being honest, and it drains the life out of me. I can't help. I always say inappropriate things, and everyone like looks at you because it's supposed to be like about murder and that. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to sit and wallow in it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Some people don't do this. Some people just want to, as say, they want to deal with themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Um,
Or because this is trouble. I have this conversation with one of my friends. I've been talking about. I won't go into Jesus, but she's going into counselling all this. And
yeah,
they say, well, you've got to be careful of counselling. I said, yeah, it's a good thing, but if you're using it for things that you can sort out yourself quite easily, and to me, it's such a rare resource now. It should really be reserved for people who know
mm,
definitely need it 100%.
yeah,
And it also can get you into, I Sharon down, it can get you into a mindset, a victim mindset, which you're
yeah,
supposed to move away from. And I've always said that. But the one thing, just say to people in the chat, because I bet you've heard this, Mandy, we all have. Sharon will have heard it, Travis will have heard it, Fighting Trolls, everyone, Kelsey will have heard this. You'll hear someone saying, oh, everyone says I should go in for counselling and be a counsellor. I should be a counsellor because I solve the problems. No, you shouldn't be a counsellor because counsellors don't solve your problems. That's the thing that they should never do. What a counsellor does is helps you to solve your own problems. They train you, basically, a good counsellor trains you to be your own counsellor, so you don't need counsel. So
correct.
when you face a problem, you can get through it because you know how to deal with the situation.
And I think people think that, oh, look, she's talking about Daniel, let's run away. To me, that's pathetic. I mean, he was here, he did exist, you know what I mean? And I'm proud to talk about him. I think he deserves to be spoken about. And I don't want it to be morbid. I'm not a morbid person. And what I want is for people to celebrate his life, not to be whinge, you know, because I'm not that type of person. And when I go to places like that, and God love half of the woman, there was one woman there whose 16-year-old son had his head decapitated. I was like, what? That it was 20 years ago, but she's still in a bad way. And I think then, is there something wrong with me? Why aren't I carrying on like that? Because I just can't be that way, and I can't. I have to fight back.
I think what it is, man, it's like different people are different. People are completely different. Some people take things in a way or cope with them in a way completely different. Sometimes it's like grief, but it is a part of grief. People respond to grief differently,
Yeah, no,
completely differently. Some people seem to cope, but you don't know what the hell is going on inside their heads, and that's what I always say. You can't look at the outside
yeah,
and not know what's going on inside.
no.
That's the thing about it. So each to their own. You have to let a person.
Well, we have a saying. What is it? You know, when people ask how are you, know, and you know, do you mean well, and they just it's out of concern and that. So we say we're fine, thank you. So fine means fucked up, irrational,
Oh,
neurotic, and emotional.
really, Mandy?
Sorry,
Really?
YouTube.
How
Sorry.
crude? How
Sorry.
crude? Yes, you couldn't. You say messed up. What would messed up?
Messed up.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't make a word. That would
No,
what? Oh,
spelling FUC up is for no on the fine, irrational, neurotic, and emotional. So
mm.
ask us. That's why I always say, oh, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. So as I say, I'm not that type. I can't. And I know, God forbid me, and I was looking at some of the people that, you know, when they were showing the different stages, how it affects your health, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, oh my God, get me out of here. I just couldn't cope with that.
Sometimes sharing doesn't help with all people because this is the thing. You're supposed to all get in a group and share your experiences. It doesn't always help that, and it doesn't always work. That's what I mean. It's different people. You're just not. You're
Normal.
at a stage where you don't need to be in that. But what I think people have to avoid is that classing them. And I hate the buzzwords to come out with. Oh, I hate them, Mandy.
Yeah,
These support groups and counselling,
yeah,
they come out with buzzwords.
yeah,
And especially when it's to do with women who suffered violence or something, they're literally enforcing it. They're saying on the one hand, no, you break free from this, but yet they're giving them code words that basically saying I'm a victim. I'm
Yeah.
a victim. I'm a victim. Now, nothing wrong with feeling like a victim. People have got a right to be a victim.
Oh, I can't be
But to
one.
me, it puts everything. It never goes into, is there any ownership here? Is there anything here that's got to be addressed? It's just like, no, what it is, what's the one? Oh, the famous one now, narcissistic control.
Yeah.
Everything's a narcissistic control now when you go to see
Isn't
these
it?
small groups.
Now, isn't it? There is. You're right. You're absolutely right. No one deals with it, and no one accepts
Yeah.
responsibility of anything. And it's
No,
going to get worse, and unfortunately.
that's the thing. It's like, it's just too much. I say the same thing, and I do hate these buzzwords because, as I say, it keeps the pace, and life doesn't run in buzzwords either.
No.
It doesn't work like that, and you're supposed to be getting away from it. But you'll see them, especially if, say, women's support groups, they all use this same vocabulary. And I don't know, it just seems like it's holding women in that position instead of freeing them from it. It's holding them in it.
But what people don't, they judge women who can't leave. I mean, I've been in that position myself, and it was out of fear. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
to be here, if truth be known. But you know, at the end of the day, it takes a lot to leave someone that violent. And it took me a lot, but it's the best thing I ever did, and I'll never ever look back on what I've done. But there are some women who can't find the strength to do, because the fear is that bad that they won't do it. But people just judge them, and like say, so you must like getting beat up, and
Oh,
it's not about that, Anne, is it? I mean, I just think it's sad. And I know some men get beaten up as well, which I think is even worse. And like they,
that's not, it's not worse. It's not worse. It's equally as bad if it's a man or a woman.
I know,
But I
but they
think what,
say like a man is supposed to is stronger than a woman, and they protect a woman. I mean, I'm not scared of no man, but do you get what I mean? I just find it hard to sometimes.
I think what it is, Mandy, and I've always said this, it always starts at the parenting stage. I'm sorry, it does.
Yeah,
And girls aren't brought up, especially girls, because out the two, domestic violence can happen to men, but the
yeah,
vast majority it happens
it's
to women. Let's go straight there. But it's girls are not brought up. They're not discussing this issue. They're not brought up to notice. And this is what I used to say to young girls, or young women, when they'd be in the police stations and they'd be in a terrible state trying to, as you say, leave. It's not always easy to leave someone or get away from a boyfriend. And I'd always leave them with the remark. I'd say, learn from this. If you have children, you have a daughter, to let her know, if
yeah,
you're attracted to a bad boy,
yeah,
remember, he'll always be a bad boy. And if you do anything that he doesn't like, he'll be a bad boy to you. And enforce that and let them see the warning signs, because the warning signs are there,
yeah.
Mandy. They're always there. And if you act straight away, it's easier to get away from than what it is if you stay in it. But too many times, and it's got to be addressed, this young women like a bad boy.
Yeah,
They're attracted to a bad boy. Then when bad boy starts knocking them around, they don't like it anymore.
yeah.
And it's like, well, that's why you've got to bring up your own daughters. This is not acceptable.
I do, Anne. But you
Yeah.
know, the two of them especially are a pair of fools around men, and it winds me up, because they've seen what I've gone through, and I just think, why are you allowing? And he's not my eldest daughter. Not just because she's man, she's stunning. And like, I look at him, and I know it's not about looks and everything else. He's from Newcastle, and he's just violent. And I just look at her, and he's got 5 kids to 5 different women.
Oh, God, that's the one. And so I say straight
Well,
away.
I said that to her. She never told me all this at first, you see. So she wanted, she'd be a brilliant mum. She's always wanted her own kids. She's been bringing his kids up. She's got one living with her. And I just think, what about you, Daryl? But as I say, I'm wasting the world. I open my mouth.
Well, you just have to let people learn their own way. But what you don't do is take a guilt trip when it goes wrong for them. You have to say, well, And it sounds crass, but you say, told you so, warned you so, you had to learn yourself. And some people do have to learn themselves. But it's just, I would have always been, I mean, my thought was, say that I was a woman, I would have always had the sense, because I was always cynical bitch, I would have been. Well, I'm a cynical person as I am now. But I'd always be making sure, always has this person got a job? Has this
Yeah.
person got money? And if they had kids, I'd be like, get lost. You're not getting anywhere near my foo. You're
Because
not getting anywhere near us. That's
I
what I'd be
thought
saying.
it looks just to me like you were desperate for a fella. I said, we met him on holiday, you see. And 2 weeks later, she moved in with the man. I was cringing.
See,
I
it happens. It happens. Tell you now, the aliens are right. You know when they say in the old films, humans, their
Yeah.
emotions are stupid, love. It's true. If you talk, people go, "Oh, love is such a wonderful thing." Love causes all the problems in the world. It does, because love follows, hate follows love very
Yeah.
close behind.
And there's
And
very fine line between love and hate, as you know.
if you could just say, right, there's no such thing as love, got to have a baby, go on, pop it out there, we are baby, that's it. That will be it. The human race can continue. But this love, we should be like pigeons. Just one pigeon jumps on another, gives her a little poke, baby pops out, then the species continues. But they're not winging wings, skipping with each other. I know some birds do. I know some birds stay with the partner for life, don't they?
Yeah.
Some birds are cute little things.
I like
But
shoes because is that funny?
which?
The cockatoo.
Oh, cocktail, the noisy bucket slow then.
It's all funny though, won't I? I watch a lot of the videos on TikTok. I go and bulk laughing at them.
It's I couldn't handle a cockatoo. I think they're way too noisy. I mean, they're funny, but
Yeah.
you can't. Are you Welsh girl down? You can't really. Are you ice cold? You can't really understand them. But have you ever heard a minor bird?
No.
Oh, they're freaky. Minor birds not only repeat what people are saying, they get the accent and everything. They're
Really?
amazing. But the best one, the best mimic in the animal kingdom, the bird world, is the lyrebird. Now, it's
I like,
not spelled liar as in telling a falsehood, it's
yeah.
lyre, the instrument, but they can mimic any sound exactly as it is. And human sound, telephones, there's one horrible one on YouTube where you hear one and it starts making the filming it, David Attenborough and his crew filming it, and he said, then we heard this, it's making all kinds of sounds. And it's a chainsaw and a tree falling. And you can tell exactly, and it makes exactly the sound of a chainsaw cutting a tree down, and the tree crunching and crashing. So they knew that where it was, its homeland was being cut down. But they had amazing lyrebirds. God, they just, if you spoke to a lyrebird, it could repeat what you're saying exactly as you say it, and no one would be able to tell the difference between you speaking and the lyrebird speaking. Fantastic birds.
Oh, that's fab. Look,
Yeah,
me laugh.
yeah, minor birds, they're good, but minor birds are noisy little buggers as well. They make a lot of noise like cockatoos, but not as bad as them. But yeah, they'll get your accent as well. Funny as.
Well, I took the 70-year-old woman with me, Barbara. And I love Bob. She's from Kirby. And there was a fella who used to tattoos, and he was covered in tattoos from head to toe. He had this big spike right through his nose. And I'm sitting there with Bob, and she went, where else have you got them? So we went, oh, I've got them everywhere. He said, I've got them in my willy, in my
Oh,
nipple.
there's something wrong with someone that does that.
Why would you do that? Why would you like put peas yourself in your willy? And I just don't get it.
I don't know. I think what it is, I read a book years ago when I was actually studying accounting, and it was talking about, peasants and especially tattoos, but people who cover themselves with it and can't stop. It's actually a form, in some cases, not all cases, but some cases, it's a form of self-harm. It's cutting. Instead of cutting themselves to get a tattoo or to get a piercing. But usually know the ones that have got that problem because they're all over the place.
Yeah, well,
It's
you
not
could
just
see
a couple.
I just looked at him. I thought, wow, like inflicting pain on himself. Every part of his body's covered in tattoos.
Well, this is it. It's like it is well, in some cases, not all cases, it can be a form of self-harm. In other words, it's cutting. It's
Yeah,
recognised as, because you'd be surprised how many, especially young people, who go for can go for cancer with serious mental health issues and they'll be covered in tattoos and piercings because
well,
it's a, but they don't cut themselves. It's a way of doing that. Not all, I say, I have to stress, not all cases are like that. It's only certain cases are diagnosed as that. But yeah, it's, I haven't got any tattoos. I used to have piercings when I was younger. I was one of the first ones ever to get my lip done and my tongue done. I got them done when no one else had them. I had to done my bottom lip and my tongue. And I had my nose pierced and ears pierced. But then I took them all out as I got older because to me, they just started looking sad as I got older. But also, we've got to be careful, especially with tattoos.
yeah.
You might as well stamp your date of birth on your forehead. Just say,
Oh,
here, I'll put my date of birth there because they're fashionable. And so different tattoos, well, you'll be able to say, oh, well, that person got that done in the 80s or the 90s. They can tell by the style of tattoo. Like nowadays, they're not going to have mermaids or anything like that, are they? So you can tell how old someone is. So you might as well just say date of birth on your forehead. And piercings are all right, but stretching the earlobes, I think that's absolutely,
it's sick, isn't it?
well, if they like it, it's up to them, but oh.
Said, why are you doing it? It's too okay. Yeah. I said, haven't you got anything better to do with your life? I said, no, like piece holes all over your body and colour your body. It's like he's
Yeah.
half into mass.
Oh, do you know, I mean, I suppose they can solve the issue. You could have your earlobes and plastic surgery to remove them if you wanted to stop that big hole in your ear.
Yeah.
But what they do when they do, I've seen them doing it to the noses. Oh, good God. Why
Don't
the hell would you do
you
that to your
blow
nose?
somewhere and put it in, but it doesn't always
No,
take.
not through the bone, not through the bone. I'm talking about, no, your nostrils.
Yeah,
You know the way they stretch their ears?
yeah.
They do that with the nostrils, so they've got two big plugs either side of the nose.
You messed
Why? Christ knows.
do it. Wow.
It's stupid. I don't know why they're not getting it, because they go for everything. Why they don't go for that? What's it called? No, that African thing where they have the big lip.
Yeah, where it comes out there.
Yeah, I thought, well, they're doing everything else. Why not get a big lip if they're going?
That would properly hurt. That it would.
Well, one, they dribble as well. It's like, oof.
Yeah.
No, it's not nice. Not nice. But and they lose the bottom teeth at the front because of their place.
Oh,
No,
God.
no. But again, that I saw the wonderful thinking about it, a documentary, and in Africa, this tribe, the women still have the place, and they were saying, oh, they said lots of young girls won't get it now. It's like, no, don't want it. So they reckon it's dying out because they said, no, they said we don't want to be dribbling and find it difficult to eat and talk. So lots of them are talking about getting rid of it. And what's the other one? Oh, the giraffe neck women of Burma. They're not originally from Burma, but they know where they put the rings, the coil on the neck, and they
Yeah.
stretch. Well, it's not their neck actually officially. It's not their neck that they're stretching. They're pushing the shoulders down and compressing them so that the neck looks long. But because it comes with usually pain as you're growing older with the back, because you're compressing everything down, a lot of the youngsters are saying that, said, we're not getting this done. We're
God.
not going to do it. I mean, it looks fascinating, but it must be really uncomfortable. Anyway, what's this? Oh, Billy Bob, is that you? Is that you, Jimmy? How many bleeding soccer counts are you? It's a bit Jimmy, isn't it?
What's he
Look,
put?
you go away and have your argument with Dingo with Humble. Don't come on here trying to stay up on here. You go there, Jimmy. You took him on. You were the one that took him on. You sorted out. I warn people, if you're going to have anything to say to Humble, say it behind the scenes and sort out there. Don't say it in public or he'll come right back at you if you do. You know what? Honest to God. Keep on trying this. Don't know why to keep on trying. But anyway, darling, sweetheart, precious one. I noticed that baby hasn't come, has it?
I know, Kelsey. What's going on, love?
Kelsey, what's going on? You said you'd be here. You promised me you'd be here. How terrible is it? Mandy comes on and he lets
And
it down.
no hate.
He
I'm
did.
gonna
He
cry.
did. He said he'd be here. You know. He said I won't miss. I said now. Said Kelsey, tell him. I said tell him she'll be awful upset.
I will. I'm gonna
Yeah,
whinge.
you're gonna cry, aren't you?
Yeah,
That's it. We'll clip it. We'll clip it and send it to him so he can feel bad.
I
He can
will.
feel really. Yeah,
And
and he hasn't turned up. See what he's see what I mean. What a rotter. What will it be now? Sick again. Sick again. It will be that morning. He's sick
and
again.
that picture, you know, to make my eyes go funny.
No, it's just that you're funny. It's not the accent. I don't think I can change it. Let's see. Use your edit name and edit avatar. I might be able to change it. Let's see. It's something more appropriate because you're amphibianophobe. Amphibianophobe. Here we are. Here's me with my lovely little
That's
kitty catty, little
better.
Koshka. You want to see him? He's bigger than that now. He's suddenly gone. Everyone keeps on saying, "God, that's a long cat, isn't it?" He's massive.
Has there been any more drama on YouTube this week? I've made good few days.
It's all boring stuff, isn't it? Really, it's the same old, same old. There always is. I say it's a shadow of its, what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's used to be really bad, but really, when you talk about drama and dogs, it was. But now it's like you get little ones, and it's always the same ones. It's like, oh God, here we go. It's always and they're shouting over each other and they're calling each other and doing this, and this one's sucking that one off. And it's like, oh, yawn. When we were doing it, because I have to say it, Mandy, I'm the face there with everything. It was actually me who kicked. Well, I didn't purposely do it. It just happened after some. But the dark side suddenly blew up into thing. I created the universe of the dark side, not intentionally. It just happened, and then it went boom, and it lasts for a while. Then it fizzled, but it didn't even fizzle down. It just went poof like that, and no one talks about it now. Which I said, you've got to remember that. What's a big story now? It's like Decker. Decker won't have the opposition when he comes back. Because it's not. He'll have Craig going on to make money, but he won't.
He's got a case against Craig because it's really hard to prove defamation.
Oh, it's not. He could have done a video about it. Have you seen my video about it, Mandy?
Yeah, I've seen. I might have
Here we are. Did you hear that? She's struggling already. No, have you seen my video, Mandy?
Your videos because I always comment on them, but I must have missed that one.
Oh yeah, it would be that one you missed. Did you see? Oh, it would be that one you missed. Yeah. Did you see the one that did about? Did you see the one that did about Brett May? That was good, wasn't it, Mandy?
I don't know. Hang on. I don't know.
It was a good one. You did see it, didn't you? Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah.
You see, of course, I didn't do one about Brett May. You see, she's making it up now. She's making it up. I did caught you, yeah.
No,
yeah. Cool, yeah, I didn't do one about Brett May. Look at this. I do a video. See what I've got to put up with people. What I've got to put up with. Hasn't even seen. Doesn't sit there waiting. Kelsey now. Kelsey can't wait. She's like, oh, when's the next one coming out? When's the next video? I must see the next video. She's sitting there at all. So is Welsh Girl. Oh, Welsh Girl. She actually plans a time around my videos.
Oh, Welsh Girl's lovely. I like Welsh Girl.
Yeah, she's lovely. Ice Colders as well.
Yeah.
Just says, oh, I must plan. All of them plan around my videos. Anyway, I explained in that it could go either way.
Yeah.
I won't go all over again. Getting the harassment side out of it, he'd find that difficult because he wanted to work with them at one point. You don't work with someone that is distressing and alarming you.
I know.
But with the harassment case, I say you have to be careful because it's a difficult law, defamation.
I know.
He could go for it if he could get the legal representation, and definitely Craig has got the cash to make it worthwhile.
I know.
But it's the two we'd have to go on is the dog one, which was disgusting, and the one about going with his sister, which was more disgusting actually, because it was dragging a child into it, which I absolutely had strong words with Craig at the time. So
Amazing.
don't care if you don't like him, you don't drag a child into this, right? And you can't say, oh, I got told it by someone else, because repetition in defamation is no defense. If
I
you
know.
repeat it, you're guilty of it, in other words,
But
no
isn't
matter what the
it
source
that
was.
he's got from Devon?
It's from what?
From Devon, the solicitor.
I don't know. I think it's all a lot of nonsense. Like, I think it's Decker just being Decker. I think what's Decker's scared of now, but Sue and Craig wouldn't solve this issue.
No, I know.
What it is that he's wanting to come out as this, I'm a patriot. Look at me. I was sacrificed. I was put in prison for freedom of speech and all this. Because people say, now look at this. GBN News were talking about this patriot and all that. So that's why he's worried about that. People say, oh, they'll find out what he's been doing. But the recordings are already out there. The recordings of YouTube Swindler are so damning.
Yeah.
And also the fact that he sat there and denied he knew that little girl. Then suddenly in another video admitted knowing him. So,
that could give the creeps. That video, her name was Amy. That's
don't say it.
Weird, wasn't it? His name was Amy.
But this is the thing about it. It's so he's most probably that's what he's panicking about. But he should. I said I don't know what, because the rumor went round, which it did, that Craig and him were actually working together. They were both working. That Decker was giving him information to feed him with, so that Decker would still be relevant. You know, the thing is, no news is bad news. I didn't believe that, but see, he let it go on too long. And I said, well, if he wanted to do anything, he could have gone to the police at that point, and he could have got Craig easily for harassment and malicious communications. Easily, Mandy. But there would have been no case.
But I'm sure the police told me, you know, when I was going after that kid's dad because he was terrorising me, they said, because I got hundreds of pages of like crap that I got off him. But what they said to me, because there was gaps, there was 3 months gap, it was over 3 months gap, they had to start all over again, and that one couldn't be counted in. That's what they were saying to me. I said to them, are you real?
They said what? So go over that again.
So I was getting, you know, all that harassment on different dates, like, but say like there was a gap of 3 months.
Rubbish.
God, oh, that's what you're saying to me. They were put that me complaint. Well, that's what new part of me complaint that on.
Yeah, rubbish. It's got to be 3 consecutive events.
Yeah.
And then it can be acted upon. But the only problem with the harassment one is you have to be, it's a pissy law. It really is a pissy law, Mandy, because so much, and the CPS don't like it because of that reason, so much that can make it go wrong or make it worthless. The best one to go for is malicious communications. If the person is communicating or stalking you online, that's the best one to go for. But when the police say we'll go for harassment, right, usually know that they're saying, no, we can't be asked. Because tell you why harassment's difficult. Say that you're getting contacted on your phone. You've got to agree to change your phone number and make sure they don't get your phone number. If you refuse to, they'll turn around and say, piss off, not going to help you. The CPS will go, piss off. Because they'll turn around, they'll say, all that we've got to do is get to court. The judge will say, or the defence will say, did you change your number? And if you say no, they'll say, well, you ain't all that distress and alarm. Go on, get off. Because you've got it, when it says distress and alarm, it's got to be distress and alarm. It's not just that you're upset. It's got to be that you're really upset and distressed by it.
Horrible things about Daniel, and he was calling me a liar, and I was saying to him, am I a liar? Everything is online.
And that's another thing you don't do. You don't communicate back, Mandy. Well, if you communicate back, it destroys it.
I know. Well, I bit once, and then I just blanked him and blanked. But then he started going, you know, all the people who follow me on Facebook and that, sending a message there. The police never done that. Nobody said to me, well, he's lost his son as well, hasn't he? I said, what? Says his son's walking around, breathing, alive. How can he have lost his son?
See,
So,
this it's a difficult law. It is a very, very difficult law. I never liked the harassment law. Very few people get prosecuted on it. Malicious communication is better because, believe me, anything can tip it up. Can really tip it up, and you have to be careful as well because I knew people to get caught out by this. Someone would be given a warning under the Harassment Act or Malicious Communications Act. They be told, "Don't contact them." Then the person would think, oh, great, that I complained.
yeah,
Go and say something, either directly or indirectly, and then they'd be arrested because you're not supposed to do that, because that's incitement.
I know.
And so it's a difficult one.
Honest to God, he gave me a dog's life, and the police were horrible. But it's a part of the complaint that it's going through. Yet everything he said, I've got every comment, everything. Because I thought, wow, why are you treating me like this? I'm the one that's lost me.
Well, what is, Mandy, I'd have to say it because I don't know whether you've actually engaged in anything, said it back.
No, I promise you once. Do you know what? They're going to send me the email of my complaint soon. So if I send it to you, will you read it for me as well?
Yeah, I'll read it.
And tell me if you think that they're trying to blag me, please. Because I've then got to go and have the meeting. I'm waiting for it any day now, this email. And then once I've read it and I've got to say, well, I don't agree with this or I don't agree with that, can I send it to you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think of it. But harassment is a difficult one, a very, very difficult one, because the CPS, just unless it's a solid case, the officers know the CPS won't touch it and us. So no way. And then they've wasted all that investigation time. There's nothing that has got to be taken into account. See, when something like this has got an officer assigned to it, the officer's got to think, is this going to get past the CPS? And you learn doing the job what will and won't over time. You suddenly know what the CPS are going to say. Not interested.
All the people that he was harassing on my friends list, there was hundreds of them. I gave them apps, and on God, see the amount of stuff. I was even putting my flow in on the email so she could keep an eye. She was mortified. So they've got to. You'll see yourself when the email comes what they say, why they never dealt with it. Because
I'll have a look at it.
It needs dealing with.
Yeah, as I say, and it also depends on the officer as well that you've got. I've always a lot depends on the officer, whether you've got someone who gives, and also they see it. This is another thing as well, and it's understandable to a certain point. To a certain point,
yeah.
If this is the biggest bone of contention with the police, is the internet, because honestly, Mandy, for every one crime you got happening in real life, like someone knocking on someone's door and being threatening towards them, for every one of them you'd have like about 100 that were online. And it used to be like, if the police were dealing with nothing but online, that's all they do. They'd never deal with anything else. And that's why you see now with this, there's such a kickoff over this hate speech and this non-crime hate instance, which is total nonsense.
I know.
What is, they shouldn't be online checking what people are saying. They should be out there stopping it on street level, not doing that. It takes so much time, and I can't understand this, why they sit. And so that you go in, and if immediately if you say what's happening online, they'll be like, oh. They won't do that in front of you, but it's like pain in the ass, online. Because believe me, you'll be one of about 50 people they've seen within the month.
I know.
And it's just like a headache to them.
But this has been like from not long after Daniel went that that it started, and I kept anything, printed it all out, went in, and they just didn't want to know. And I said to them, I'm a grieving mother, I said, I even said to them, bring my flow. She gave them help. They didn't want to know. So she's backing me up on the complaint as well. I hope she has. But as I say, we'll soon see the next couple of days, Anne.
When's your appointment with them?
Well, I've got to wait. As soon as the email comes, I'll have the appointment date on there as well. So they'll send me their reply of it, which has taken nearly 4 years to come now.
I tell you what, right? We can come to some agreement here. I mean, a bit of cash wise here, Gail, cash wise. You know what I'm saying? Make sure no one knows about this. Nancy, cash. I know what would go in your case. You know how they're all wanting to be LGBTQI positive and woke and all that. The police now. If
Mm,
I walked in with you, you know, when you made your complaints being heard, and I walked in with you, and
yeah.
you said, I'll grow a beard because I can actually grow a beard. I'll grow a beard and moustache. I'll put a mini skirt on. You can say, "Oh, this is my non-binary wife.
Do it,
This is my wife." I tell you now, they'll say, "Oh, we'll give you whatever you want. We'll give you whatever you want." I'll just sit there with my beard and my mini skirt on,
and I'd be me.
and me wife. This is my non-binary wife. I just thought I'd bring them along. And they'll
Yeah,
be like, "Oh
you must
shit, she's one of the LBTQIs."
be skeptical, though, man. Because see that, you know.
I did. Oh God, you don't know about that. I spoke to with Sean Atwood when I did the interview. I actually went in really high, the made up hair and everything when they started bullying me because they were getting at me, and I had to be interviewed under caution, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, right, didn't want to go at me because I used to say it was gay there because I couldn't be. But thank God I didn't say intersex because God knows where I would have faced if they'd known it was intersex. It's bad enough them thinking I was gay at times, but I thought, right, I'll give you gay. So I bought these 6-inch heels,
You
right?
just,
Huge 6-inch heels, right? Got me hair bleached, big pink stripe in it. Huge eyelashes, mate. I could hardly see driving the bleeding cars at the station. Full of makeup. I wore a suit because I don't like. People say I wear dresses. I hate wearing dresses. I won't wear the dress. I've had to do it for stage.
yeah.
But oh God, no suits for me, not dresses.
Well,
Anyway, I went in and
yeah, I've
Christ,
seen you in a dress. I've only ever seen you do a,
no, I never wear. I don't like them. But anyway, no, these shoes.
yeah.
I was trying to walk in looking all graceful, and God, when I was towering over, and it was funny because the officers were trying to look around as if there was nothing odd. There was nothing strange, and I looked friggin' weird. I mean, really weird. You couldn't miss me. So I was trying to walk in looking all elegant, and these friggin' shoes, 6-inch heels, were killing me. Killing me. There were stilettos as well, not thick heels. And I was sitting in there and thought, oh God, I just want these shoes. I was like Frankenstein and shit himself. I was the way I walked in because I just wasn't used to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that. And they were trying to do everything not to notice there was something really weird sitting in that room, strange looking. And they were doing everything they could. I was inside, I was wetting myself laughing. I thought, you just won't accept that you're seeing what is bleeding a clown. Really, a clown sitting in front of you. Oh, it was funny. It was funny.
But
But
there was a woman on the telly the other week, and she was saying that the way the police now employ police officers is is done virtually.
how do you mean? Oh, I don't know. I
So,
haven't been.
the recruitment to be a police officer now is all done on virtual.
I don't know how to do with that because they have to. You have to have your fitness test and everything.
Well, that's what they were saying on the telly, and I thought, wow.
Most probably does. I mean, it changes, doesn't it? Things change with time. But police officers, let's just stress this: I was never a police officer. I got accused of trying to make out I was a police officer. Never have, never have. And if you listen to Sean Atwood's interview, I say unison. I wouldn't be in unison if I was a police officer, being the police federation.
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't have to take fitness tests. We'd have to do personal safety training, like the police officer, know where you had to protect yourself if someone came at you. You'd have to do that. But the police officer had to do these training, the fitness training for obvious reasons, because they have to be ready to tackle someone to the ground. And they had to do more than we did, much, much more than we did. But so I don't know how to make that work, but it's all changed now, Mandy. It's all changed.
I know, because I thought, well, do you know what I was saying? I do the trainee detective thing for the police for the kids. Well, in Mother Avenue Training School. No, that's because that's where
I trained. Yeah.
well, that's where Emily's. And every time I go in there, it's full of like what looks like young people in like new trainee uniforms and that.
Yeah.
And well, why is they always saying we haven't got enough officers? Every time I go through, it's that many new ones going through.
I'll just I'll put you on now, Ben. You're not drunk, are you? You're drunk or high or something, because I don't want you jabbering nonsense now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How are you, Pat?
Okay, love.
All right, lovely.
Hello.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's all changed now, Mandy. It's what it is now is when they go on, they haven't got enough officers, or they can't afford enough officers. I say, I'm talking about. I stopped working for the police 14 years ago, so it's big changes can happen within 14 years. But back then they had this headache, no, over the police cuts. But I used to say the police cuts as they were then. I don't know what they're now, but that's the way then. They need a lost one officer, because I tell you what, Mandy, right? You'll hear area commander. You know Bayside Police. You'll hear the name area commander. Do you know area commander is the most useless, pointless job in the police? And I'll tell you why. It's nothing more. It's nothing more than a chief superintendent on more money, just given a special title. And do you know what they do? And this is the God's truth, because one of them said it. We sit there twiddling our thumbs all day, because the chief superintendents are the ones doing all the work. So it's like, well, why haven't so they cut out later on now, Ashley? So the thing is, why did they have them there? And also the limousines for the chiefs being driven around. And I'll tell you something disgusting about what happened at Liverpool when I was there. But anyway, I'm going to put Ashley on now. And what I'm going to do is oh, good God, what's that?
Monday.
Who's that?
Me?
That's not. No,
it's a you person to YouTube, and I said he looked like him. It's Evertrott's boyfriend of Pete Stenders.
Oh, I don't know. That's not you.
Sorry, I forgot to change it. Mandy Jameson, you are an amazing woman. Watched your live with Anne the other day. Sorry, I'm for restreaming.
Anyway, what I'm going to do, just give us a second, because I've got to go and pay the milkman. I won't be a second. You entertain yourself just for a couple of minutes.
Mandy, fantastic. Love that live.
Oh, thank you.
Ben, 1 second, mate. 1 second, Ben, 1 second. Fantastic live. It gave me the education that I needed to learn about this person. Sorry. But I've got a question for you, Mandy, and I hope you don't take this too personal, right?
No, I'm not overly sensitive, Ash. You're all right, lovely.
I was going to message you the other day, but I thought I'll see you in Anne's next time she's on. Could you describe her behaviour when she was in Liverpool around yourself?
Who are we talking about?
The rubber lip one.
When she was in Liverpool, she was
not talking about Taxman's girlfriend.
She's not the person she is now.
Yeah.
The person I knew was not in any way, shape, or form like that.
Let me tell you something. I can break this down for you all now. I can drop this shit in the basket. No, all this fucking online bullshit you hear about hard men, the gangsters, the toughest men around. No, I'm just telling you. Sorry. I'm telling you, it's a load of nonsense.
I know.
You will never. It's all rubbish.
She couldn't fight a paper bag. I'm not being funny. I
don't know. I don't know. I've never met. One second, Ben, because I've actually got to go out, and I promised Dan I'll jump on for. Sorry, boy. Go on. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Right. So you said about that, and there was a little bit in there about when Dirty D, and she was trying to stop it or something like that.
Dirty
no, Dirty, the one from my town, Carlisle. I know. I'm sorry.
What happened was myself and I don't know if you have heard of a little girl called Ava White.
Yeah. I've heard that.
So Ava has only been taken 6 weeks, but the family, not Leanne, agreed to stop. And Dave's wife follows me, and that she's seen the work I've done. So they asked me. So what done me in, actually, if I'm being honest with you, is I've allowed them in my home. Dave was the only one who showed me his DBS, right?
Yeah.
What are we going over this?
He was a lie. You could tell the canny on of him, but he was then saying to me, and now don't forget, I hadn't seen Emma for years, and then when I knew her, she didn't look the way she looks now. And she knew that Jessica Heggie was coming to.
Wait a minute, Mandy. What are we going, Mandy? Wait a minute. What are we going over this again for?
Because
sorry, Anne. It was just a couple of questions after I
tell you what, Ashley, right? What you can do, if you go back to the first time I interviewed, you can see an interview with Mandy. She talks all about this because I think it's pointless going over the same.
Oh, sorry, I did not see that. I did not see that. I only watched the recent one. Sorry, I didn't even know you'd done two.
Yeah.
One way, what I actually explain what my problem is with it. I don't like being lied to. You see, I was used to. So no, I say, but the person I knew is not the person that you're dealing with now.
Yeah, that's it. I'll change the convo for Anne. Sorry, Anne. How's Anne? Are you all right? Yourself,
I'm
Mandy?
all right. I'm okay. I'm not bad at all. So everything's going. How are you doing, Ashley?
I'm all right. I scared Anne yesterday.
I would.
Do you know what? I'm sorry if I'm saying what all the time because my bleeding headphones are broken on one side, so I'm like,
you get them jump scare videos and like you're watching something.
Oh yeah, the jump scare thing. Yeah. Little sod sent me a video, and I'm sitting there watching it, thinking, "Oh, it's going to be about what are those fish called that eat everything? Oh, what they call
piranhas.
Piranhas. I thought it's going to be to put this fish into going to be piranhas. Oh, but no, it wasn't piranhas. It was something else. And so it gives you quite a bit of a jump when you see it.
Fucking George.
Gives you a bit of it.
I blame everything on George. I do. I've never been right since I've seen that film. Sorry, go on. Go on, Mandy.
What's your name, lovely? Don't know yet. What's your name?
My name is Benjamin Pickett.
Ben, you okay, lovely? Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. You okay?
Yes, thank you.
Ben, it's been a long time since I've been on a panel with you, fella, right? I've got just a little bit of advice for you, mate, right? Because I have been watching a few things lately, right? Stay in your own lane, fella. Don't jump to all these other ones as I've seen you do.
No, I don't understand. Ash, I'm going live now 9:30. We start the channel, a couple of us, but I haven't got any, people keep saying I do this, I do that. I'm not going to go into it because I've been through it as a child. I'm not going to mention these words. I've heard it all before.
The best bit of advice I could give you, Ben, right? See, if you're having a down day, because I used to do this at the very start. If you're having a down day, mate, there's always someone in your chat that'll make you happy or smile or anything like that. Instead of ringing people online, bro, who you don't know, you've never met. Sticking to your own lane and do what you need to do, bro, because there's people out there that will back you, talk to you, instead of speaking to people and having their own difficulties on here at the minute, mate.
What have I done wrong, or?
No, it's just videos I watch. It's not for Anne's channel to me to talk about. It's just me generally saying to you, just stick in your own, mate, and you'll sort your own demons out.
I've got no demons, man. And they're gone.
Well,
yeah, other people carrying with dead people. I don't fucking fuck with demons. Let's
that bloody swearing on my Anne's channel.
Sorry, I know. I just
anyway, I'm going to ask people something, right? What's your favourite? Going round to Mandy, then Ben, then Ashley. Famous film quote. I was asked this before. Famous film quote, Mandy.
I'll give you one.
They
Now.
always made
Now you-
Ben. Ways. Go on.
Beetlejuice.
So
Yeah, I
what's
love
yours?
Beetlejuice. It's a
What's
great
yours,
film.
Ben? What's your favourite?
Now you can't leave.
And what's
It's
yours?
on.
Santa, do you want to kiss me lucky egg?
And here's mine. Here's mine.
Flash, I love you, but we only have 14 hours to save the Earth.
Now that's the best line.
That's Flash Gordon.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Flash, I
Flash.
love you, but we only have 14 hours to save the Earth.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Newman's got a good one there. Like I like that one, Jimmy.
Jimmy Newman's a man. I love Jimmy.
How are
Jimmy's
you, Jimmy?
a nice person.
I was looking at
Jimmy's a
him.
nice person.
Are you Sharon?
Hi, Sharon. I like Sharon.
Sharon's boss, you know.
I love her. She sounds. She's to the point.
Oh, shit. Don't you start about that Sharon one.
Oh, I love her.
That Sharon one. I'm telling you, I had my Kelsey. I had my Kelsey well trained. I had my Kelsey well trained. Suddenly she starts mixing with that Sharon one, and I said to be careful. I said her eyes look too close together, and so Stingo said to me, Kelsey, "Oh no, she's just been on the ale." Ben, keep on interrupting me, and you're going to get smacked. The back of your legs smacked. I'm telling you.
Sorry.
So anyway,
sorry.
I said, watch her. Her eyes are too close together. I said, but Kelsey said, no, it's just that she's been on the, she's been on the gin and tonics a bit too much. So, but what's happened? The madam has started. It takes me ages to get a reply. She used to be waiting for she'd be, oh, Mandy's buggered off. She's getting a phone call. I'd say,
and he was phoning me, sorry.
I'd get all kinds of, I had a well-trained, and then that Sharon one comes along, starts leading us straight, but I told that Sharon one. Oh, I told her, I won't have messing about with no one. I told her, I said, you leave my slave alone. I said, my slave has been well-trained. I said, I'm not having you undoing all my good work. Told her.
Hey, Anne, when's the last time we had sex? Let's just do it.
Oh, you're getting off. Don't be Daisy.
That's rude.
Mandy and Anne, when's the last time we had sex? Because I'm up for it.
You're not going to ask that. You get off the show, you're going to ask filth like that. Anyway.
I'm game. I'm one of them. I'm a fast bumper. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving.
Nice. That's not going on. He has been on something. Well, there needs to be freaking on something. Do you know what, Ben? I didn't know you had a drug issue until I saw you bleeding sober once. But anyway.
I'm sorry, yeah. I want sex. Fucking such a bad thing. My fucking balls are huge, God. Fucking huge, big, busted.
Sit under the stairs where no one cares.
You've just got yourself up one hell of a lot of trouble, Ben. You're not getting on again, I can tell you now after that. So anyway, that's why I said before he got on, I said, are you drunk or been using? I asked him, didn't I, Mandy? I thought, I'm not having any nonsense. And he comes out and gives a filthy diatribe like that, so he's gone. He's gone. So,
oh my God.
Ben, keep on. I'm kicking you from the studio, but I can ban you. And if I ban you, you know what that means, don't you? You're banned until I feel I can trust you again, which will be for a few weeks, I can assure you now. So anyway, isn't it disgusting, actually? What do you think about someone talking like that in front of a lady?
I think it's disrespectful. Ben should know better, but he is from Wales.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think a lady should be...
He said it then.
Do you think a lady should be offended by that?
Well, it depends who you are.
I'm all right, you know, Anne.
I wasn't talking about you, Frick. I'm talking about me. Bloody hell,
Ben,
Mandy.
put your number in the back chat
let's
for
put
Mandy.
this way, Mandy. The day anyone sees you as being a lady, that means that they haven't been to any high-class establishments. I can tell you now, darling. I mean, I don't mean to be bitchy, like, I'm talking about me.
Oh, I'm going to Egypt on first time ever.
How are you?
Yeah, October.
I'm made up for you, Ash.
Are you going to see all the pyramids and all that?
I just started to do my driving test as well, honest to God. I'm living life.
Good luck with that. So,
Well, I'm
where are you
going to
going?
live me theory test online. Me practices.
Where are you going to go to in Egypt? Are you going to see Cairo and all that?
Oh yeah. I'm going to book all that, and then.
Have you still been looking for work and that?
Oh, honest to God, Mandy. So the other day, someone rang us up. Oh, we need a forklift driver up that Indeed. I went, "Cush, didn't need bother."
Yeah.
And then he said, "Oh, you start in the morning. Oh, we just need all your details sent over." So I'm like, "All right then." So I sent him all the details, and I haven't heard of him since.
Strange, isn't it?
Very strange.
Oh, Welsh girl, I wasn't come Wales. That was Mandy said that. That's it. No,
Yeah, that
no,
was
it
my.
Ashley said it. It was
No,
Ashley.
I know
Yeah.
it was Mandy, man.
No, it was Ashley said that about Wales. It was Ashley. Blame him. He said it.
They
Yeah, I wouldn't say
really
that.
dragging, but I never. Sorry, never. I never.
I've been to Rill on holiday.
Here we are. Stop, people try to get on, don't they? Not getting on whoever you are. Show yourself.
Well,
This
yeah,
is him again.
I've offended you saying that word.
Oh no, she's only laughing. She's having a laugh. She is. She's having
And
a
so
laugh.
can I restream the Mandy's first live, please?
No.
Oh, bloody hell.
Know what he did the other day, right? Tell me this, Mandy, right? Tell me this, right? He turned round and he said, he said to me, "Oh, I hope you don't mind. I've restreamed one of your videos, right?"
Yeah.
And I thought, "Oh, you restream it, then you ask me if
Yeah.
you could restream
Well,
it."
I sent her a message beforehand at Mandy, right? And she took 3 hours to reply.
Then he says, right. Then he says, when I said that to him, he comes out with some nonsense about, "Oh, I didn't, I thought, yeah, I thought, tell it to the judge, mate. You arrogant little git. Put it on without asking me." Yeah, you can restream it if you want to.
I'll put your link in.
Yeah, you better put me bleeding link in.
I'll put your link in. That's what I said to everyone. If I'm going to restream them, I'll put the links in because I'm not monetized or out. Like I'm just loving all lives at the minute because it beats anything on here at the minute on that dark side monk pit. Sorry.
You love this one, Ash. You will love it because I.
Oh, that last one. You know what? I started talking in between it, and then I just got so engrossed. I forgot I was live, and I'm like, whoa. Like I didn't even know half the stuff, and then like a couple of things come to us, and I'm like, is that why that happened? And is that why I'll say DD Ice Queen's man went up there
And the White family, Dodgy J.
Oh,
In my eyes, sound without Dodgy J, I received so much abuse from trolls for doing that documentary. And again, Ava has not long been taken out as disgusted. The White family, I was getting it. The only person that helped us was Dave. Because but Dave felt awful. Dave come and knocked on my door and apologized. He said, I believed him. He said, now
see that? That's not the side of Dave I've seen, like that.
I love him, he's boss Dave. I'm okay for him. I know a lot of people haven't got a lot of time, but he's done me Ash. And without I'd still be getting all these trolls. Honest to God, there's no need for it. And they're saying really horrible stuff, honest to God. So I thought, oh, no, I'm not doing it. But I am documentary for Dave, not for like Decker. But I got the video taken down because I withdrew our right to know for him to hear our story. But the reason why it wasn't, she was making out to me that they were trying to help Annie fella, and it wasn't at all. Because I found the story, which I'll tell you again, because as I say, it's on.
I'll invite. Well, next time I'm on hands, we'll have a good talk about it because I think I need to look. But I'm gonna have to shoot because I've got to go and move 2 couches.
Okay, Ashley. So thanks for calling in. Anyway.
Thanks, Sean. I said I would come on Monday. Big respect. Love you, Lords. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Wasn't it? And look, that baby fella. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting it in.
He's getting it. That's it. Not our friend anymore, is he?
Who the hell do you think he is? Playing like ghosting us on? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just like that, just can't be bothered. Oh, he lost some excuse. He lost some
We're a
excuse.
pair of bitches, do you know what I mean? He's like, just like,
He's just abandoned us. We're not good. No one is. We're not good enough for him.
we are good enough, Anne.
No,
Bitch.
I think because he's going on about how many subs he's got, and he's thinking that we're. I dare say, I mean, I'm not one to cast aspersions against people, but I think he's thinking, I'm too good now for people like that. That's what he's thinking. Oh, I can't get the viewing figures with people like that. I can only do it if they get so many figures. That's yes, I see that. That's what I see it like. That's where most obviously it's not true, but who cares if it's true or not, Mandy? Who cares if it's true or not? So anyone in the chat, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Anyone in the chat?
It's Sharon. Oh, I don't know, Sharon. Do you know what? I think you're a boss, lover do. I think you sound. Dave's always been sound with me and his wife has. And like they come and knock, they were totally devastated over it, because they believed that he hadn't done it. But when they found out, because I got to say it up, what's it called, Dan?
Sarah's laws for the children, isn't it? Claire's laws for the adults.
Me and Dave, I put in for one and Dave put on. I had I can show my evidence that I've actually put in for it. And as I say, it just, I don't know. He was just devastated. I felt sorry for him. But I then started getting loads of abuse. And again, baby Ava has only just been taken. And you don't treat people like that.
No. I don't know, some disturbed people out there. I mean, you can have a disagreement with someone.
Yeah.
But as a I can't believe why anyone would want to go on someone that lost a child. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, because you think, even if you thought the person was acting like an absolute git, you'd have to think that's part of the grieving process. Leave them to it. Leave them to it. That's what you do. But people the internet really brings out the worst in people. It does. It makes people, because it's easy to be horrible on the internet if you want to be, isn't it?
He was saying, Dad, even once, we don't care if your kid's dead.
Yeah. Oh, they don't care. That's it. That's the thing with society now. Well, I think it's always been the way, but it's just easier to express it now. People have always been horrible when you think of it. But it's so easy to just say it on the internet. It's like sending an email. So you send an email where years ago you had to write something down on paper, then send it through the post. So you could think, you had time to think and think, oh no. But now you can do it instantaneously with the push of a button. So people don't think it through. They just don't think it through at all. That's the modern world, though, that we have to get used to. That's just the sad thing about it. Anyway, I'm going to see, what's the next film I'm going to see? Oh, Train Your Dragon.
Train Your Dragon?
Yeah.
That's a Disney one.
Well, I don't know if it's Disney. It's the live action version. Yeah, it must be Disney, because they're the ones doing all the live actions, aren't they?
Yeah.
But let's hope it's better than Lilo and Stitch, because that really was disappointing, that freaking out. Oh, yeah. I think what it was, Lilo and Stitch, the cartoon was so brilliant.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the cartoon, Mandy?
I've seen it on the Disney Channel.
Well, the cartoon was great, and they just changed characters in it, left characters out, and it just wasn't as good as the cartoon. It just was nowhere near. It was a big disappointment. But I'm hoping Train Your Dragon will be. Let's go and see in IMAX 3D.
Oh,
so
very
good. Like that.
You go?
Pardon?
You going with your friend that you go with?
Yeah. She loves 3D movies, so go and see that. And I'm looking to see if it's something else worth going to see, but I can't see it and be bothered. Going to cinema to see at the moment. It's got to be something good, or that I really want to see before I go and see it. But there's been some good ones out, I must admit. There's been some very good ones out. I recently.
I love horror.
Oh, you should have gone to see Nosferatu.
I've seen it.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good. I got it on the Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it is good. It's very atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very atmospheric.
Really good partner.
The only thing that I didn't like in it was his Count Orlok's voice. I thought it was too false. No, no. And it's like, oh, rein it in a bit.
I know.
Rein it in a bit. It was a bit too over the top, but I thought she was brilliant in it.
Isn't that Johnny Dawson?
Yeah, Johnny Depp's daughter. And do you know the fella in it? Oh, what's his name? The one that's going mad, the little fella.
Whose wife died.
No, the one that's the business owner. He sends him to the castle. No, the little old fella,
Yeah.
and he's eating the bird, biting the bird's head off and sucking the blood out of the bird. He's in the mental institution.
Yeah, I don't know who you mean. And
You don't.
you know what I mean? But he was the doctor, wasn't he? That tried to save her.
No. Anyway, I'll get his name from the film. The character in the film.
Yeah.
You'd have to know. I can't remember the name of the character. Yeah, I'm not sure with that. I'm just trying to find what his name was. Anyway, Knock. You know Knock, the one that goes mad. Do you remember him? The little old man. And he's slowly going mad. He's the one, Master's coming. Master's. You must have seen him, Chris. You couldn't miss it.
One that was locked up and his fingers and stuff like that. Yeah.
I used to work with him. That's Simon McBurney. He was actually one of the found members of a theatre group called, very successful theatre group, Theatre de Complicité. And many years ago, when I first stopped doing ballet, I went to work for them for a while. So yeah, Simon McBurney. Because when I saw him and recognised his face, I went, "Oh God, Simon McBurney, he's Dr. Knock." But yeah, and if you think he's weird in that, you want to meet him in real life. Yes, you have to get you. He's not like that. He's natural, but he's got a strange personality. Let's put it that way. Or can have.
Strange nowadays, but I think strange is okay. To be fair, I think each to their own. Everyone should be allowed to be themselves.
No, that's it. It must be 25 years since you. Oh, you have to go to the cinema, Sharon. Some brilliant films out, brilliant ones coming out. I've seen some really good ones this year. They've all, I say, only but for Lilo and Stitch, they've all been brilliant. But that one, the most surprising one, as I say, I've said before, hope I'm not boring people here. Flow, that was the biggest surprise. God, that was thought-provoking, that. Very thought-provoking.
Well, I've got to start doing my meeting for the vigil in September. Yeah. And Sharon Rach is going to sing, in the Liverpool Town Hall for me.
Oh, I know you were saying.
So we're going to have to get all that sorted. I've got a lot of singers on this year, which is good. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's like a really good night, and you're definitely coming because I'm going to come and pick you up.
Oh, yeah, I will. I definitely will do.
And
so Sharon, what films are you into?
Well, love.
Sharon, I'm asking Sharon what film she's into. 25 years, that's a long time not to see a film, isn't it? Do you go to the cinema, Mandy, or do you just watch on TV?
Well, when I get a minute, I like to go to the cinema and I take out Olivia, but if I can't, I just pay for it on the telly and do it that. It's not the same. I like being in the pictures.
I think what it is, it depends what it is. If it's an IMAX film, you've got to go really see it on the big screen because you don't get the same effect. Laser as well, that's another brilliant format. Laser. God, laser just makes the colours pop. Something amazing, absolutely amazing when you go to see that. Well, Wicked is absolutely breathtaking in laser.
Lovely. I watched that on the telly.
Oh, that was fantastic. I can't wait for the second one. Wicked Forever, which is coming out at the end of the year. But that was amazing, that film. Well, I thought it was. Don't know what you thought about it.
It was good. Me and Annie sat and watched it.
It doesn't seem as long as it is, does it? It flies over. It really flies over. Because it's quite a long film. And then you suddenly... But you have to know The Wizard of Oz. The film, The Wizard of Oz, not the book. You have to know the original Wizard of Oz to understand what's going on in it.
Yeah.
So we should be seeing in the next one. We'll be seeing Dorothy, no doubt.
Sure. Yeah, because she wasn't in the last one, was she?
No, what was the last one? See, these films are the prequel. It's before the Wizard of Oz happens.
Yeah.
It's explaining how she became the Wicked Witch of the West. So she's the Wicked Witch of the West now. So part 2 has to be about where she's how she meets Dorothy and all that, and what happens and who becomes who, because different characters become the Tin Man and all that.
Yeah.
Tin Woodsman. And the book's horrible about the Tin Woodsman. If you ever read the books with the Wizard, there's 40, I think there's about 14 Wizard of Oz books. We've never read the first one.
No, I've watched it with the old, well, obviously because I'm old, and I watched, when I was a kid, all the first one, and then and all but
well, it's nothing like the book. The film is not. It's nothing like the book. That's why the Americans kicked off at first. They went mad because they said this isn't the Wizard of Oz. So the characters are there, but not according to how the book's writes them. But the Tin Woodsman, it's cruel. It's very political as well, the book. And the Tin Woodsman, he becomes a Tin Woodsman because the Wicked Witch, and I get mixed up here, the Wicked Witch of the East, who the one in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
In Wicked, she's going to become the witch that the house drops on. No one else, only she can become that character. So that's not a spoiler. You can work that one out. She's going to become the one because she enchants him, his axe, because he upsets her some way. So first of all, he chops off his legs. So they replace his legs with tin ones. Then he chops off his arms, and they replace his arms with tin ones. Then he chops off his head. Then they replace his whole body with tin. So that's how he becomes Tin Woodsman.
Oh well. When's the new next one out?
End of this year.
Oh, good night, Sharon.
Oh, night, Sharon, darling. Night, sweetheart. Night. So yeah, it's interesting, but the thing is, when I was watching it, I very quickly worked out what was going to happen in the next film and who's going to become who and who's going to send the tornado. If you watch it, you can work out who's going to send the tornado to get Dorothy. But but the film was absolutely brilliant. I loved it, so can't wait for the second one to come out.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be going to see that definitely when that comes out. But anyway, I'll start winding up now. And look, it's been lovely speaking to you. And, oh God, I nearly forgot. Is my beautiful Kelsey there?
Yes.
Is my beautiful Kelsey there? Is she going? Is my beautiful Kelsey's got to have this? Has got to have this. Oh God, she's buggered off already. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, I've been abandoned. She ran off, abandoned on my own. See how she got out as quick as she could. Did you see that, people? See how she shifted out of there as quick as she could. The minute I wasn't looking, she shifted out as quick as she could. Oh, yes, I noticed that. So anyway, my darlings, I'll do another one this week. No doubt about it. Do another one. What am I going to thank you, Kelsey, my lovely mod, my beautiful mod. Thank you, Welsh Girl, everyone. Sharon's gone. Rachel, if you're still here. All of my, Debbie, if you're still here. All of my lovelies. So I'll leave you with this and say good night. What can I leave you with? Here we are.
You're all I'm living for. Your love I'll keep forevermore. You're the first, you're the last, my everything.